Being a sports parent has never been more complicated and confusing than ever before. And even worse, it only gets more complicated with each passing year. Parents are confronted early on with, what's the right age to specialize? Is that even a good idea? How do I know what's the best sport for my kid? What's the best travel or club team for him or her? Is my kid going to be good enough to get an athletics scholarship? Now, since the early 1990s, I've been involved in trying to raise awareness of how we raise our kids in sports. But unlike so many others who have come into this field in recent years, what I try to do is provide real and actual answers that parents can use and follow. I've become wary of people who claim to offer sports parenting advice when they're really only trying to sell you an app, or other organizations that merely do surveys to tell you that there are real problems in sports parenting today. I mean, we already know that. That's why I'm providing these video vignettes and presenting them for free. Trust me, you're going to spend enough money on your child in sports. My own background is all about sports, psychology, and sports parenting. I was drafted after my junior year at Harvard by the Detroit Tigers, and when my own baseball playing career was over, I was the head baseball coach at Mercy College in New York, where we had several nationally ranked teams. And after doing TV work for ESPN on college baseball, I was then hired by the Cleveland Indians to serve as their very first roving sports psychology coach. In fact, it was during spring training one year, when my own 3 kids were just starting out in sports, that I became heavily involved in doing research on sports parenting. And since then, I've written several books on sports parenting, including Coaching Kids for Dummies and Secrets of Sports Psychology Revealed. I also wrote hundreds of columns on youth sports for Sports Illustrated. And by the way, I studied psychology at Harvard and did my graduate work at Long Island University in psychology as well. I was hired by WFAN Sports Radio in the late 1990s, and for the last 20 plus years, I have hosted a very popular sports parenting show in which I address the hot button topics of the day involving kids at all levels of sports. In any event, these short video vignettes are meant to be direct, right to the point, and based upon my observations and conclusions from my 30 years in working with coaches, parents, and athletes. Again, there is no cost to you to watch these videos. In fact, please subscribe to them for free. And if you like what you see, please just tell your friends and neighbors and local sports leagues to do the same. Now, meanwhile, you can send questions or suggested topics to be covered to askcoachwolf@gmail.com. You should also know that I speak all over the country to sports parents, educators, and amateur sports organizations. For more information, just drop a line to me at askcoachwolf@gmail.com or go to my website, www.askcoachwolf.com.